shit. Oh, 116.
Warm up.
Oh, shit. 113. Woo! That's
down.
crazy. How's that down? That seems so hard. Woo!
Where I'm landing on it.
Terrifying. 115.
I lose respect for Khabib. Every day that go past, I lose a little bit of respect for the man. And that's just the truth, though. Like, a couple years ago, his manager told me only thing he wants to do is fight Tony Ferguson, fight Conor, and then retire. And it's just like that right there, you know, I can't give respect to a man like that. If you say you're a fighter, you take on all comers, especially when I'm standing right here in front of you, and you see that I'm the biggest challenge out there. And you see that there's more challenges out there, not even just me. There's so many more guys. And, you know, he picks and chooses fights as much as he can. And the man will go even as far to use his own religion to get out of fight. And don't mistake what I'm saying. Like, I have a lot of Muslim brothers, and there's guys like Belal Muhammad, who just fought in Chicago this last week, who is going through Ramadan right now, and he cut weight through that. He weighed in the morning, didn't rehydrate until later in that night, and still fought and still won and still looked impressive when you got guys like Khabib that's sitting out and saying they can't fight for 5-6 months because of it. And I just can't get no respect to somebody like that. So he holding on to that title, but I ain't even worried about that. Right now, after I'm done watching UFC Singapore, I'm gonna go back and figure out how to beat George St. Pierre, because that's really the only fight that makes sense for either one of us.
And so it seems this fight was having some trouble coming together. It took a little bit. Why did it take so long for it to come together?
I mean, they wanted to pay me the same for this fight that they wanted to pay me for Paul Felder. So Paul Felder would have been an unranked guy, a 3-round fight. And, you know, people wanted to see it. It was a good fight, but it wasn't a headliner. It wasn't a headliner, you know, they didn't want to put that on as a headliner, you know. My stock rose after that fight with Khabib. You know, I stepped in. I think a lot of guys would have stepped in there and, you know, kind of gone in there for a payday or gone in there to. But I fucking went for it, man. You know, I went in there on very little training for him. You know, I was training for a guy that was totally opposite, and I went in there and I hung in tough. I gave him some trouble. So I think my stock rose definitely with the fans. The fans respect hopping in there on a day's notice and taking it to the best in the world. So the fans are really behind me. I think the fans right now, I've never been so high in the fans kind of opinion, you know. It's so I think that deserves, you know, if I'm going to headline a 5-round fight, a title fight against the guy that's ranked, you know, twice as high as the guy, you know, I should definitely get a little more. It's you know, added risk for me, and you know they're going to make a lot of money. So I think we got to work together. You know what I mean? It's definitely something where you got to work. We got to work together. It can't be me working and, you know, just getting the same. That doesn't work. Doesn't work for me.